Here's what you missed this week on Play Mornings.
I have come to the conclusion that I will never see a moose in my entire life.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. And the reason I'm saying this now is because there was one right outside my apartment last night.
Yeah.
Like, I could have seen it off my balcony. Mm-hmm. And I missed it.
Were you sleeping or?
I was sitting on my couch scrolling on TikTok, and somebody in my building posted that there was a moose outside an hour ago. I'm so mad. I'm like, can you please message me next time? Here's my phone number. Here's my apartment number. Come bang on my door. Wake me up. I don't care.
That's crazy.
And what's also pretty cool is the amount of deer I've seen walking past my apartment, but I'll look out the window or go outside, and there's like massive spots all over the snow right in front of my apartment where the deer have just been laying down.
I honestly think that is pretty cool, but I honestly think you've seen enough deer that it equals one.
I don't want to see another deer.
It equals a moose.
It doesn't.
It does. Because, like, what are deer if not moose without antlers, you know?
I mean, not all moose have antlers.
Huh? What do you mean?
Like, the male moose have antlers and the females don't.
Okay, I'm about to ask a question right now, and you have to be completely honest with me. Not all deers are women. I thought the moose and the deer...
No! They are completely different animals,
What is
Sean.
a female moose? Female
A doe.
moose.
A deer.
No,
a female deer.
Yeah, a deer. Not moose. Female moose.
Oh, I thought you were saying deer, sorry.
A cow. A cow is a female moose.
Yes.
Yet when I call a woman a cow, it's...
John!
It sucks that, you've had all these close encounters with moose and you've yet to see a moose.
I know, and like...
A live moose.
Yes, I think I've seen 2 deceased mooses.
Mooses.
Moosei.
Yeah.
But recently, like through a lot of different Facebook pages in Fort McMurray, people have been spotting deer in Abasand, where I live, multiple times. And I live on the forest. I can see everything. I think I'm just not meant to see a moose.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody has a plan in life, and yours is to not see something.
The moose are like, oh, that's Marina's apartment. We gotta run.
Yeah, except when we know she's doom scrolling.
Yeah, then we'll just wait outside. Okay, so some people may have seen this story posted online. And by people, I mean women, because I posted it in like a women-only group.
Okay.
But I forget why I was up in Timberley, but I was like, you know what? I kind of want like a hot and ready pizza real quick just to bring home.
Little Caesars.
So stop over at Little Caesars in Eagle Ridge. And I have the window cracked open, and this guy starts beelining it towards my car. And I'm like, what is going on? Walks up to the window and goes, I'm high on mushrooms. Can you please give me a ride home?
And so you did.
And I was like, and then just proceeds to try and open my car door. I like, as soon as I saw him walk up, lock. I'm like pushing the lock button over and over again. And he tried opening my back door at least 10 times.
This story sucks.
I was like, okay, no, like this is not okay. So he had another friend in the parking lot talking to another vehicle, and it looked like the vehicle was either had already tried pulling out and driving away or was pulling in and got stopped by another guy. They were probably between 18 and 25.
Yeah, okay.
And then the other guy that was at the other vehicle had, like, I looked over, had this like weird smirk kind of smile on his face, and I left, pulled out.
Good.
And all of a sudden another vehicle with like 5 other guys pulled up and got out of the vehicle, and they were all, I didn't know if they were there to pick up those guys. I didn't know if they were being truth. I don't know what was going on, but it was terrifying.
Yes.
I cannot tell you how many times I was pushing the lock button on my car.
I can't believe that's something that happens in Fort McMurray.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then, like, people were like, did you call the cops? And I was like, I thought about it.
Yeah, what did the lady say?
I thought about calling the cops. And then, I wasn't sure if he was honestly just looking for a ride.
You don't want to bum their vibe, man.
Messed up on his mushrooms or whatever.
We've all been there, haven't we?
And then when I saw the other vehicle pull up, I thought maybe those were his buddies there because they're coming to pick him up.
Of course.
So I just didn't want to get involved. And I drove away, did not not get pizza?
I don't know what I would have done. I think you did exactly what you should have. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because what else? You could have given him a ride home. I guess that's the only other option. You could have given him a ride
and
home.
what, being beheaded from the back seat?
Yes, that's right.
Well, it turns out Canada's top CEOs are definitely living in fast forward.
Are they?
Yes. So 2024, the top 100 Canadian CEOs made an average of $16.2 million, which is 248 times more than the average worker.
Congratulations, they've earned it.
Put that into perspective for you. They're pulling in about $7,812 an hour.
They've earned it. If anybody earns it more than CEOs, yeah, I don't know them.
So that would mean that it takes them just over 8 hours to earn what the average Canadian makes in an entire year.
Hell yeah, that's good.
So by January 2nd at 9:23 a.m., CEOs had already earned a full year's salary.
Good
at least
for
my
all
full
of
year's
us.
salary and more, that's for sure.
Good for all
And
of us.
We're all sitting here debating whether to hit snooze or not.
Thank the Lord we have CEOs who sit there and do nothing.
So I guess next time you feel bad about taking a long lunch, just remember, somewhere in Canada, a CEO made your annual salary before you finished your morning coffee.
Marina, you've worked at bars, safe to say, pretty much your entire adult life?
Yeah.
Okay, now when you've been serving at all of these different bars, has there been anything to bring people in? Like, has your owner ever been like, okay, we're going to put a pool table in, hopefully people are attracted to that. We're going to put pinball in, hopefully people are attracted to that.
Yep, the golf machine. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, tell me if you've heard this one before. A walrus penis to bring people in.
No, I've heard of the toe.
A walrus toe?
No, like a human toe. I forget where it is.
Pardon?
But you drink a shot and there's like a human toe in it, and you're not like you sign a waiver, and if you like swallow the toe, you pay a bunch of money. Some people, like I know people who have gone and done this. I forget where it is. I'll look it up real quick here.
Okay.
But I've never heard of the walrus penis.
Well, they're not putting a walrus penis in a shot. You're not shoving this. Never mind.
Sour toe cocktail.
Okay, we got to go back to that.
In the Yukon in Dawson City.
It's a real toe?
Yes.
And it's in there.
Dehydrated, preserved human toe.
And it's in there because
Just because you got to make sure your lips touch the toe. And it started in 1973. The ritual uses mummified toes, often donated with strict rules. Let your lips touch it, but don't swallow it or pay a hefty fine.
I dare say what you just brought up is weirder than this. The only reason I brought this up is because a New Jersey pub called The Donkey's Place, they had a walrus penis behind their bar, and some drunkard stole it.
Isn't that it's like a really famous cheesesteak place. I think Anthony Bourdain like praised it.
Yeah, I'm sure. I wonder if he spoke about the walrus penis ad nauseum. But I want you to look up walrus penis.
Do I have to?
You do have to. I would like, and then
Do I have to? This is a work computer.
I looked it up.
God.
You're up. And then I want you to think of how difficult it would be to sneak off with this thing.
Because it's just the bone, right?
Just walrus penis. I wouldn't look up walrus bone. I would look up walrus penis. Maybe penile bone. Say it.
It's pretty big.
It's huge! It's enough to make me blush. So how is somebody grabbing that, then just, sauntering on out?
Apparently, they hid it in their scarf and walked out. Bartender gave it to the person to look at, and then bartender walked away. Person shoved it in their scarf and walked out.
Which also adds to the question of, does walrus penis, is it like flexible? It's a bone, but if they're shoving it in their scarf, and I assume wrapping it back around their throat.
No. First of all, if you got something like this in your bar, that's a conversation starter that brings people in. Maybe don't let people touch it.
Bingo. I was going to say the same thing. Maybe leave it behind the bar.
Yeah, put it up in a glass case.
Yeah.
So it's so people can see it. So everybody can see it, and it will never get stolen unless somebody breaks in and smashes the case and takes it.
Or maybe, like when you're suckling on a toe in the Yukon, you gotta sign something before touching the huge walrus penis.
So would this be considered like the biggest heist of 2026 so far?
So far.
Now I've got a bone to pick, and it's not with Fort McMurray Wood Buffalo.
Okay.
It's with, I guess, the province. And I know for a fact that every single person who is listening right now is going to agree.
I'm in because this goes any way with Alberta.
We need another entrance or exit into Fort McMurray.
Yeah.
This Beacon Hill disaster, at least once a week, it's enough.
Has it happened
It's enough.
since the big
yesterday
shutdown
it
of-
happened. I believe it was
What?
going southbound. And then I think it was not even a week prior to that.
Yeah.
So I think twice in the last, say, week and a half.
That's too many times.
It's way too many times. Now, I've been seeing a lot of people commenting about this online.
Yeah.
And some people are suggesting, obviously, we need that extra route. We need another road.
many a route.
But some people are suggesting, like, a roundabout or something. Somebody else suggested, like, another pull-off section where the trucks can pull over and chain up.
I don't know where you'd put that, though.
Now, hear me out. If a lot of these trucks, not all of them, but if a lot of them are going, say, up to site, or if you've got a big delivery truck of food, like food service or something, if you make it to your destination and you know you have to leave after that, put your chains on.
Yeah, you might as well. If you're in an automobile that could benefit us all by throwing chains on, why are you not? Do you just not own chains? I feel like they should come with the big
A lot of
trucks.
people are saying that it should be mandatory to put the
Yeah,
chains on, and there
I get
should be
that.
hefty fines. If no chains and if you cause a big delay.
Yes.
I mean, I've never experienced something like this in my life.
No.
I've never only had one way in or out.
It's weird.
Not only does it freak me out in Abasand having one way in or one way out, especially after being evacuated a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, whatever.
You think?
And then to have another only one entrance and exit into town.
Yeah.
Now, I do believe from the comments that I've been reading that there has been talk, or at least somebody somewhere in Alberta has said that they were going to build an extra road.
Oh, are they?
When is that going to happen?
When is that going to happen?
Like I said, I know this has nothing to do with Fort McMurray Wood Buffalo.
Yet.
The highways have nothing to do with Fort McMurray Wood Buffalo.
Yet.
Can we get a camera up there at least?
That'd be nice.
So we can,
so we can see.
Check to see if we're going to. I couldn't make it to my car appointment on Sunday because the damn highway was shut down.
It is weird how often it seems to happen here and how often it seems to happen just in Beacon Hill. I get that must be like the hot spot for these things to happen. If I had to pick a place in Fort McMurray, it's going to be the Beacon Hill.
Why is it more Beacon Hill and less Super Test Hill?
I think just because it's like in and out, It's like you continue up that way, you're out of Fort McMurray. You continue down that way, you're into Fort McMurray. So I think it's just more traffic.
That's fair. I mean, you get the site traffic in the mornings and in the evenings and whatnot, but it's driving me mental.
Yes.
And I'm sure it's driving the majority of Fort McMurray absolutely mental.
Yes.
I can't imagine how many people that work, say, up in Gregoire that have to come to like Timberley or wherever.
Oh, yeah.
How many hours they've had to sit in their vehicle in, like, say, the last month.
And by the way, it should take you from one place to another maybe 7 minutes.
Takes
without all
me
this
from
traffic.
Abasand 8 minutes to get to, not even 8 minutes to get to Gregoire.
Yes!
Some people were sitting in there. How long were you sitting in that for?
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours of your life you will never get
Give
back.
us a goddamn camera so when we go to Milano's to eat our hearts out, we don't get stuck. Marina, it's time for everybody's favorite game. Where in the world did this happen? It's the only game where everybody knows the answer. However, you can't answer until I finish the headline. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Blank man wearing a lace bra and G-string was arrested on a construction site while in possession of a gun. Blank man. Where do you think this took place?
That's tough. But
Shot
I'm
in the
gonna
dark.
take a shot here and say it's Florida.
Of course it's Florida. This is the first Floridian headline I have seen in 2026. So congratulations, guys. We're here. So yeah, a man was arrested at an active construction site after deputies noticed something was off. He was wearing a red lace bra, a G-string, and silicone breast implants States, which, okay, live your truth, king.
Yeah.
Go off, queen, king, whatever you want to go by. The only downside was that, one, he was considered trespassing, and two, he did have a hidden
Wait.
gun.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
I was about to say, at least there was no spot for him to hide this gun.
Now,
Where did he hide it?
there's no detail as to where he hid it. Although, if you remember our break yesterday of the top 25 things stuck in people's butts in 2025,
God.
I think you can take an educated guess on where it might be, which definitely tops the list in 2026.
Look, that is so sketchy. I remember watching a Grey's Anatomy episode, and some girl put a firearm up
In her
inside
butt?
of her, and it went off.
Of course it went off!
That's so scary.
That's so
all I can think about.
Let's hope this guy didn't have bullets or anything in the gun.
Oh my
But yeah,
God.
shout out Florida. Now the irony isn't going to be lost on me, as we're radio hosts, and the only reason we have this job is because, companies are paying to promote themselves on our radio station. But I have an ad blocker on almost everything I use. I hate ads, but what I hate more than ads is websites that say, hey, you want to turn off your ad blocker? That's fine,
No,
sure.
I don't.
But when it really strikes a nerve is when there's options that says, yeah, sure, I'll turn it off for you, or no, I don't want to support you. Why are you trying to make me feel bad? Nobody in the world likes ads.
It's kind of like when you go on Wikipedia and this thing pops down on the top. It's like a
Yes!
big yellow block that says, can you
Yes.
support us? Can you
Yes.
pay us? Because this website is free.
No,
How long
sorry.
has it been free for? Forever.
And now you suddenly need my money?
Yeah, like, no thank you.
No.
Although I just went on, like, I literally just
Uh-oh.
Googled Post Malone.
Yeah.
And then clicked the Wikipedia just to see exactly what it said. And of course, there's nothing there right now.
Maybe,
Nothing.
see,
They heard us talking.
Our lack of contributions didn't fall short on them. They clearly got all the money they needed for this year. But I just don't like when websites, especially because I know how all of that ads and stuff work. If I scroll by an ad, the website gets maybe 2 cents. You need that 2 cents so bad you're willing to make me feel bad for not supporting you.
I mean, you could just put all your information on TikTok, have people watch your videos. You get paid that way.
There you go. See, we just fixed it for you. Get with the times.
I'll tell you, there's no part of me that would ever want to go and stand for hours in Times Square to watch the ball drop.
Of course
No, thank
not.
you. Now, I was 35 years old when I found out how many people are sitting there wearing diapers and peeing in the crowds, because some of them get there at 5 o'clock in the morning.
It's interesting you just heard about this.
I didn't even think about it.
Okay.
It was never something that crossed my mind.
Yeah.
So I watched so many different interviews of different people who were like first in line. And, some of them got there at 5 a.m. Some of them got there at 7 a.m. And for some reason, the people at 7 a.m. were in front of the people that got there at 5 a.m.
You push, you shove.
And it's obviously first come, first serve. You
Yeah.
don't buy tickets to this. It's free. You get to see a whole bunch of artists, and it looks over TV like a good time.
Yeah.
Until you gotta smell.
That would
Until you
suck.
have to breathe.
Although I think that's what New York just smells like all.
I've never been, so I
Nor
wouldn't
have
know.
I, but it looks pretty musty.
I don't think I would put myself in a position where I'd have to wear a diaper. Like, if you get there at 5 a.m., right, and you're there for New Year's, so you're waiting for that ball to drop at midnight.
Yeah.
What is that? How many hours is that?
Too many hours.
Like 17 hours?
least.
19 hours? Something.
At least.
It's too much.
Now, I think I know the video you saw, because I also saw a video, and it's not just diapers people wear. A guy I saw, he took what I can only relate back to, like, pads for, like, ladies, and he would just stick those in his underwear, pee, leave them there, take another one, put it over the old one,
Oh my
pee,
God.
leave it there, another one. Yeah!
It's too much.
Yes.
And another video I saw is somebody who lives down near Times Square and said, you will never catch any of us who live near here.
I don't
You will
doubt
never
it.
catch any of us. Like, this is not something that we ever want to go to.
Of course not.
And I watched another video from last year
Yeah.
where they opened the gates and people booked it to get front row.
That's crazy.
This year, because it was the video from last year back to back with this year. This year, the gate opened. A few people ran. A few people were kind of walking. They didn't know where to go. Didn't know what to do. It just seems like a big confusion.
Yes.
Seems like a big waste of time.
Yes.
And seems like it would smell really, really bad.
Yes. Like, it's not like you're right up beside Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen. You're just down there holding on to a presumably freezing cold barrier.
Now, are they in hopes that maybe their face will make it on TV?
Maybe. To be like the shot when the ball drops and you guys are kissing or something.
To want to wait that long?
It's not worth it.
5 a.m. till midnight?
You can totally get on TV in other means. Besides
just go on a kiss cam.
There you go. Besides having to wear a diaper. A study in the American Journal of Emergency Medicine estimated nearly 39,000 hospital visits per year related to rectal foreign bodies.
Stop.
With most patients middle-aged and male. So, of course, it means we're going to look at the list of the top 25 worst things found in people's butts in 2025. Marina, kicking off the list, a full shampoo bottle.
Can you imagine if it opened?
Oh, it's just leaking? Oh, dog.
Your insides would be clean.
That's a baseball documented with the explanation to see what it felt like.
Documented. Wow.
A corn cob holder, a turkey baster, a wine stopper. Is that just like a cork?
Kind of.
Okay, yeah.
Kind of.
A plastic cleanser bottle filled with liquid. I don't know why you're doing stuff filled with other stuff.
I wonder what kind of liquid it was.
That's a good question. Probably not good liquid if you're shoving up your, eyeglasses, which,
why?
oh my
Is your
God, imagine
rectum
the
need to
shatter.
see?
A rock. This list gets worse and worse as far as we go. 2 pencils, a vape pen, which, albeit, would be pretty dope to see if it, still activated and like out of your mouth still.
Smoke.
A flashlight, a battery-powered light, a film canister. I guess this guy was 95. A rectangular travel toothbrush, which, okay, I don't shove anything up my butt. I'm not going non-round objects. Right?
Is this one of those like foldable?
I would imagine
toothbrushes?
something like that.
Okay,
Yeah. A dog chew toy.
Ew.
Uncooked pasta. An egg, marbles, a sandal, a doorknob. And here we go, Marina. Beard clippers wrapped in plastic. Thank God. That was cited as constipation relief, by the way.
Beard clippers.
Yeah. Oh, this one, a light bulb, which I don't know if you've heard of people shoving light bulbs in their mouths and you can't get it out without them breaking it.
They're really thin, too. Like, easy to break. Ew.
A plastic coat hanger, a corn cob style pipe, and ladies and gentlemen, a thermos that was discovered during a police body scan.
And you said this was from the United States.
Yeah, the U.S.
I want to know
people
what happened in Canada. I want to know what happened in Fort McMurray. We should call the hospital, see if they can give us a list.